Greetings, you all. Happy Saturday. Today is the day that Saturn rules. Saturn is currently in Pisces. I am the Moon Mama. I feel like I'm on a radio show right now. It's so silly. I am the Moon Mama, and welcome to our Master Nodal class. When I was in high school, I used to spend time there was a radio station in Los Angeles called KJLH. I think it's still called KJLH, and now Stevie Wonder owns it, but a woman named Ann Davis, a black woman named Ann Davis used to own it, and I used to work there in the summertime doing like commercials and voiceovers, and for whatever reason, I just remembered that right now. I was like, oh, I used to do this. So I'm coming in later today than I generally do. I have had a pretty full morning teaching a class on the ancestral wound and the Shiva Shakti. Like, I am an assistant teacher in this class. Someone else is teaching. I'm really supporting them. It's a powerful class on the Shiva Shakti energy, which is something that's very significant to our own spiritual evolution. And it's Shiva Shakti from the Vedic or Indian traditions. But as I study religions and I understand how they gutted Christianity and took away the power of Christianity, it's the information is still held in ancient cultures. The information that we didn't get in modern religions still exist in ancient cultures. And I feel very grateful to have the honor to be able to sit with people who are from these ancient traditions and practices, and they teach me. They really teach me, and I'm deeply honored for that. But today I was in a class this morning learning about learning and also supporting the teacher, because I bring the Western astrological perspective when it's valuable. And today we're in the window of a Scorpio full moon. And we are in a deep experience of transformation right now. Like, the old patterns, the old ways of being are being burned, singed, so we can become who we really are. The sun is in Taurus, which is about our value, understanding your value. And the moon is in Scorpio, which is about this deep transformation that allows you to share your value with others, to be in an exchange with others. So I was in this class this morning, and for whatever reason, I forgot that I was an assistant teacher. Like, I had this moment. Like, we've been preparing for the class all week, but when we got on the class this morning, I don't know why my brain didn't tell me, like, oh, this is the class you're assisting in. And when she started asking people to share, I shared. And my share was about, we're working on being able to speak our truth. That's what the class is about, from this native, ancient Indian perspective, through these goddesses and gods that the Hindus have, these archetypes that the Hindus have worked with for years. And so they just have this other information. So I was sharing about my own experience of it. And afterwards, and so let me say that there are only two other obvious looking black people in the class. It seems that everyone else is non-black, and maybe there are 10 people in the class. So there are people who are of Latin descent, people who are white, Indian people, and me and one other person who is a black person. And so after I shared my experience, a woman came on who appeared to be a white woman, and she came in really like excited, and she started to share about things that were rooted in race things for her. And I was like, it stung me. Like all of a sudden I realized, oh, I'm working. Like, I thought I was just having a moment, but I was like, oh, I'm working. Like, And I realized that me sharing had triggered her. It triggered her own experience around race, her own, and in that moment, I had to make a decision because I wasn't in that mindset that I was holding space for that. Like I had forgotten that I was holding space, that I was actually a teacher. And so when this person started to share these things that I was so clear were triggered because my brown face showed up on the camera, and my belly started to churn, like I started to feel nauseous because I wasn't prepared to hold the transformation around race stuff at that moment. Like I wasn't ready. I wasn't in the right mind to do it. And so I just left the class. Like we were on Zoom, I just left the class. But I thought about it. I was like, oh, like me leaving the class is gonna send a signal. Like it's like everyone's gonna see it. It's gonna be a thing. And what I had to ask myself is, do I have the courage to choose myself? Choose myself over making sure that others are comfortable, over making sure that someone else's comfort is above mine. I am not open to holding this experience of this race thing. It doesn't feel right for me right now. Am I going to force myself to do it, or am I going to take care of myself? And I left the class. And it was such an interesting thing because I had to really trust what I was feeling over what my mind was telling me. Like my mind was telling me, you're a teacher, you're responsible, you don't get to do this, you have to hold the space. And my body was saying, go take care of yourself. You don't want to hold this energy in your system. You are not prepared for this. And I was so clear that I had triggered it. Like it was something that was triggered. It was already in them, but it was triggered by me sharing what I had shared. And so I left the class, and that was it. And then later, someone texted me and said, are you okay? And then I worked it out, and then I was able to go back after I had done the work to take care of myself. But this is the energy of where we are right now. It's literally, we are moving into the age of Aquarius, and the age of Aquarius is your independent self. It's your authentic self. And it's asking you to give up the ways you prioritize other people's needs over yourself. Because when you don't prioritize yourself, you begin to deteriorate and decay your own connection to your own divinity, your connection to your intuition, your connection to your gifts and powers. When you don't prioritize yourself, you aren't trustworthy with what it is that you are responsible for, which is you. You aren't trustworthy. And it was an interesting experience in myself to actually go like, okay, what's happening? And do I have like knowing like, oh, when I hit exit this Zoom class, everyone probably is going to know exactly what it was, because to me it seemed quite obvious. But am I going to attempt to save face for the person, or am I going to do what I need to do for myself? And that was a 60-second battle inside of myself of like feeling my belly turning over and thinking about what people were going to think about me, and then deciding that it doesn't matter. I'm going to do what I need to do for myself. I'm going to choose myself, which is a new pattern. I was raised in an environment where I was often conditioned, forced to hold things, and if you look at my video from yesterday, to hold things that didn't feel right to me, that didn't feel like it was mine, that felt like this is out of alignment with me. And so today I had an opportunity to make a new choice, and I did. And I chose myself. I honored myself over taking care of someone else's needs above my own. So this Scorpio full moon, as it is coming in, will be here on Monday. And we are being given the opportunity to alchemize, to let go of ways that we have misused our power, or we have allowed others to misuse our power. But it's all comes back to you. It's all understanding your own value. Like, I know that my energy is valuable. And people, like, I have kind of like, like Catholic priests, when people go and confess to them. I have a experience with non-Black people, typically white people, where they have a internal confessional with me, where they would, like, I've had white men come to me and say, like, a white man, just one white man, he worked at a private exclusive university, and he came to me. I was friends with his wife, and he comes to me in the kitchen one day when, like, nobody else is around, and he says, I know when they're being racist in my job. I know exactly what they're doing. But if I say anything, I'm going to lose my job. Like, he confessed this very private thing, his inner world. He confessed it to me because I was Black. He confessed it because I was Black. Like he needed to get it off of his shoulders, so he gave it to me. And I have this experience oftentimes with this is not uncommon for me with white people. And I have typically held it. I have typically been like stunned or shocked, but now I just I'm not fucking into that shit. I don't care. Go talk to a tree. Okay. Go talk to the earth. Go talk to the ocean. Go talk to something that actually can hold the thing that's going on with you, and not me. Right. And me really understanding my value, that this is a valuable gift that I have. And if I'm going to use it, I'm going to use it on my own terms. I'm not going to use it because I've been cornered into some experience where a person is, detoxifying themselves at the expense of my peace. I'm realizing now that I don't need to do that with any people, white people, Black people, women, men. It is something that I have done often in my life. I have been someone who holds space for people without them acknowledging what it is. And I've probably been the type of person, likely, who insists that other people hold space for me, or I suppress my stuff, right? So we have an opportunity while the moon is in Scorpio and this full moon is coming to alchemize a pattern that has been long time lingering, that keeps you out of your true power, that keeps you from knowing your real value, that keeps you from in the fulfillment of your most authentic self. And that is what we're up to. So today I'm about to create this, I just got a cat tree that I'm about to build, a floor-to-ceiling cat tree for my kitties. And I am going to do that now. So I just wanted to come in and do a video before I got started with this, and to support you in considering what pattern are you ready to alchemize. Where are you, I know that my energy is a transmuter. Like, I transmute energy. It's a part of one of my superpowers. And I have been doing this all of my life. And I have been doing it unprepared, not understanding what my capacity was, not understanding that that's how my energy works. So I have been doing it for people without permission, without me being given permission, without them asking for permission, without me asking for permission to alchemize it. Like, it's just been something that has been laying under the surface of my own superpowers. And it's likely that you have something too, that you have been functioning that way all the time. You've not known how to name it, but you do it all the time. Like, what is it? You have to identify it. What is the thing that is your magic, that is your power, that you have been afraid of? Look behind your fears, right? So my fears have been very much associated to what people think of me and me telling people what I really see because I can see. And so that is why it's a fear associated with the Scorpio energy, my ability to see people as they truly are and the capacity to help them see themselves, to alchemize their shadow. That's my gift. That is my gift. And I do it all the time, like breathing, me talking here, like people listening to me. When they listen to me, it alchemizes their own energies. I get messages from people all the time saying, oh, you said this and it changed this for me. That is my gift. That is my power. So what I know is that this is, as the South Node is moving through Virgo, many of us have gifts and powers and abilities to heal ourselves. Whether it's about another is not the point right now. But if the power is something that you have not been aware of, it's probably functioning in a shadowy way, in a way that you're not aware of it. And and it might be something right now that's causing irritation in your life because it wants to be expressed in a way that's holistic. So it will show up as frustration, as overwhelm, as fear, because it's ready to emerge, and you have to name it and create the environment for you to be able to cultivate it in a way that actually becomes beneficial for you and others. All right, y'all. If y'all need any support, you can look at my website, healwithmoonmama.com, and book your natal chart readings and your coaching sessions. Thank you all who donated yesterday. I really appreciate your donations and your gifts and your gratitude. It's beautiful for me to receive that. I've been working on receiving. I've been working on being receptive. So when you all give to me, it helps me be able to receive more, which helps me be able to do my work this way, because I'm clear that the work that I'm doing is priceless. I'm clear that there's no amount of money that I can be paid for this. I'm so aware of that. And at the same time, I do want to receive the natural abundance that is mine. And so I ask for reciprocity because abundance is my nature. And it's the will of the goddess for me to be taken care of because I do this work, because I'm offering something that's priceless. And I'm just worthy. I'm worthy. Like, I deserve to have all my needs met. I deserve to experience the reciprocity of offering something that is valuable and priceless. I deserve to have the physical return of that, because I know that what I'm offering, one day y'all be like, wow, she said, yeah. So thank you all so very much for what you offer. And it's my pleasure to be of service to you. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.